So the way air strafing works in Deadlock is you want to run forward with W, and as soon as you jump in the air, you let go of W, and you don't hold it anymore the entire time you're in the air. If you do this properly, you can actually gain speed while in the air. So if you jump with W, it looks like this. I can't really turn to the right very well. I run forward, I jump, turn to the right, doesn't go anywhere, but if I let go of W. So to practice here at the beginning, if you want to follow along, just practice running forward with W. Jumping and letting go of W, and then turning to the right and holding D. And then practice it on the left side with A as well. You don't need to do it perfectly or anything, just to kind of practice coming off the bridge there. So you can see that that is much more effective than holding W in the air, because you can actually gain a lot more mobility and you can control where you're jumping a lot more efficiently. And this helps a lot with movement around the map, just learning to just let go of W pretty much always when you're in the air. Now it's time to practice with the jump pad. Fortunately, the jump pad gives you 100% air control. You can see it under the stomp damage there. This basically just means that you can turn faster in the air, you can turn at a more aggressive angle, because normally once you get past a certain threshold of turn speed, you actually will lose speed. So that's why you see people doing this smoothly and they don't like flick their mouse side to side. Here, I'll show it here. I was holding D there, but I turned too fast, so I lost my speed. You see right there, if I flick, I start losing my speed. I don't continue. But this lets you get 100% air control. I mean, there still is a threshold. If you just turn around, you're not going to gain any speed. And continually turning is what gives you speed. That's just the way the Source engine works. So something you can practice here is by putting the jump pad down and just strafing left and right around this.
Time to go flying.
Strafing left around it. While doing this, I recommend strafing back and forth with A and D. One more thing you can do is to practice strafing through this middle tunnel. So come down here, put a jump pad a little bit behind the stairs to the right, and then strafe through it with crouch. Don't hold W at any point, even while you're sliding. Just hold A and D there, and then try the left side.
Ready to get some airtime.
So now we're back onto the jump school map from the last video. I had some people request how to make this jump without heavy melee. So to do this jump without the heavy melee, there's a couple ways to do it. You can either run at it like this and turn to the right with D, or this side you hold A. For the purpose of this, we'll be focusing on the left side. So that would look like this. We're pretty much walking forward, and there's really not much more to it than just slowly turning to the right and just perfectly missing the edge while holding D, and just not doing any like flick motion. Just make sure it's smooth so you don't lose any air acceleration. If you try to like flick around it or turn too fast, you'll actually lose speed in the air, and then you need to hold space the whole time just so you mantle immediately. Or you can jump forward with A to strafe around the wall, gain a little bit more speed before the corner, and then strafe back around to the right. Looks like that. It's a little bit simpler to just run and jump around the wall, but you can get a better angle here by doing the strafe around left. So if you use stage 2 to practice, you can really work on your air strafe. You need to make sure that you're turning exactly where you're looking. When I hold W, I look here, but I'm not turning there, I'm turning here. When I'm using strafe, I'm turning where I'm looking. So I had another comment talk about the third stage here and missing this with the heavy melee. First, I would just say practice the strafing. If you can get close with a strafe and without the heavy melee, then you'll be able to complete it with the heavy melee. So make sure you're starting on the purple here. Just run forward at this angle, and then as soon as you jump, just turn right with D. And you should be able to get fairly close there. So if you are holding W, only gonna make it about that far. If you do, just let go of W in the air, and then hit melee as soon as you're kind of just like at this level here. Should be able to make it there. You can actually wait a little bit longer too with melee to close the gap a little more. The melee can actually push you up quite a bit, as you see there. So like that lets me push myself up a little bit more with the melee. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I will complete the corner boost map soon and upload that whenever I get a chance to go try it again.